Gunman in a movie theater. A bomb detonated at a carnival. A truck driving through a crowd, on a holiday. In broad daylight, 2 Muslim men murdered a Hindu shopkeeper in Udaipur over a social media post. Terrorist acts shock us, wherever and whenever they occur, imprinting pictures of horror and mayhem in our brains. We are enraged. We offer assistance to the sufferers. We are in mourning. We ask ourselves, why? Terrorism is by no means exclusive to any sect, ideology, or political group. In 2015, 270 different groups were responsible for terrorist attacks in 92 nations. These groups represent a wide range of stated interests, from ethno-separatism to radical nationalism to Maoist insurgency to religious zealotry. While terrorism, especially in the form of suicide attacks, is not an Islamic phenomenon by definition, however, it cannot be denied that the great majority of terrorist activities, including the most lethal, have been committed in the name of Islam in recent years. Terrorists are frequently described as insane. But, technically, are they insane? In a nutshell, no. Psychologists think that people who join terrorist organizations, such as ISIS, are neither psychopathic or indoctrinated. Individuals frequently join terrorist organizations as an expression of political strategy, as most terrorist organizations operate for political and what they think to be strategic reasons. Most terrorists have several characteristics in common, such as feelings of rage, alienation, or disenfranchisement. Feeling compelled to act, rather than simply discussing the issue. Believing that participating in state-sponsored violence is not immoral. Having sympathetic friends or family members. Believing that joining a movement would provide social and psychological benefits, such as adventure, kinship, and a stronger self-identity. The brutal killing of Kanhaiya Lal, a tailor, in Udaipur, is an act of pure terrorism. The execution's goal is to silence anyone who have a different point of view regarding the issue of blasphemy. In addition to Muslims, who have long claimed that concerns like blasphemy should not be relevant today, this fear also aims to silence Hindus. The fact that it participates in the worldwide trend of employing extreme violence to murder or maim anybody who rejects the preservation of the honor of the Islamic prophet makes it a terrorist act. The killer's self-shot video demonstrates their will to complete the deed. It was a deliberate action, rather than a decision made on the spot. 2 Muslim men, who visited Kanhaiya Lal's store, attacked him many times. In the video, the assassins threatened Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and boasted about the murder. One of the murderers expresses his determination to exact revenge for the insult to the Prophet's honor, in one of the recordings that was recorded on June 17. Now, this is a question for every human on the planet. Is it right to murder someone for blaspheming the Lord's name? Though blasphemy laws protect the freedom of some individuals to practice religion as they see fit, without insult or unjust attack, blasphemy laws also inherently limit other individuals' freedom of speech. The tyranny of religious scholars is so intense that those opposed to these laws are condemned as non-Muslims, punishable by death. Some of the scholars even encourage their followers to unleash terror against such people. The Islamic Republic of Pakistan has laws in its penal code that prohibit and punish blasphemy against Islam, with penalties ranging from a fine to death. Criminal courts frequently decide blasphemy cases based on public emotions and political interests rather than divine writ. The assassination of a Christian cabinet minister in Pakistan for speaking out against the blasphemy law is a stab in the heart of Islam and a betrayal of the Prophet by those who claim to be his followers. Those who support his assassination or similar actions are the worst enemies of Islam, because they do not understand Islam or respect the Prophet. They must be challenged on the basis of the Quran and the Prophet's teachings, regardless of who they are. It is time for Muslim scholars all over the world to reconsider issues like blasphemy and apostasy in light of the Quran and Sunnah, rather than succumbing to positions that cannot be supported by divine writ. Today, some countries do not have blasphemy laws because they are secular states. A secular country, or state, is one that is officially neutral. With regard to religion, secular people neither practice nor discourage religion. A secular country, then, would be one in which the majority of people have neither a belief nor a disbelief in religion. So, in a free and secular society, there can be no blasphemy law, because it would violate the right to free expression. And because there are no such laws, no one can use them to oppress the other. The governments of secular states do not interfere with religion or religious activities, and faith plays no role in law and policy-making decisions. As of early 2022, there were 96 secular countries around the world, although some are admittedly less secular than others. Killing anyone in the name of God is wrong. If we can't give someone life, we don't have the right to take it away from others. People kill out of hatred. They kill in the name of God. They use God as an excuse to kill people in order to gain something. While Nupa only asked if she should start mocking their faith, making a reference to the prophets marrying a 6-year-old Aisha, which is a fact. However, the tone and tenor came across as offending, became a fodder for vested interest to mobilize support against India, both domestically and internationally. Why is there a worldwide commotion? Is this because a Hindu woman made certain statements regarding Muhammad and Aisha's relationship? It's as if you're stating something that is true, but you're not permitted to say it, because you're a Hindu, and they're Muslims, and they won't let a Hindu insult their prophet. They can ridicule Shivaling, which is a symbol of Shiva, by comparing it to roadside signs and poles, and she cannot even state the facts. The Arab world is also currently mute. They have not expressed any disapproval for the heinous murder of Kanhaiya Lal in any way. Fundamentalism in Islam is a worldwide phenomenon. The goal of this movement is to return to the original principles of Islam, as they were practiced in 7th century Arabia. The dangerous aspect of this philosophy is that it commands the Islamist believer to convert all non-believers to Islam through force, violence, and might. However, one thing has been neglected in the midst of the controversy: the ongoing mockery of Hindus and Hindu icons of worship. Derogatory remarks about Hindus and Hindu gods have been made numerous times throughout the country and abroad, and now killing in the name of Prophet in India. Whatever has happened in Udaipur is the result of the same exclusivist mindset that regards coexistence with people of other faiths as a repugnant concept.